everybody, it's Lisa with Lisa Gets Real, and today is Project Runway Season 17 Challenge 1 Day. Yay! Now, I'm not feeling so good today, so I'm going to try and be upbeat and in a good mood, but I'm not feeling so good. I actually ended up having to come home from work today, so we'll see what transpires. Now, today's challenge, the first challenge of Project Runway Season 17, is a red carpet look. You're going to create a red carpet look in 1 day, which was, I believe, in total 12 hours for them. They had a budget of $300 a piece to go to Mood, the fabric store in New York that they go to, yeah, no teams or anything like that, so this is great for me. I am not spending any money on this challenge whatsoever. The reason for that being, I have a lot of fabric here at home. I do not have $300 to spend on fabric, especially $300 for something that I may or may not wear. I don't think that I'll ever have any red carpets that I'm going to or anything like that. So I have a couple of different fabrics that I can choose from. I have this fabric here, which is super awesome fabric. It is a rose gold color, but it is the changing fabric. So it goes from rose gold to black. I have a purple faux velvet, which I was going to use to make a floor length maxi skirt, but I think that I'm actually going to use this. The reason why I think I'm going to use this is extremely difficult to work with, and I don't feel well, and this would be best used on a 2-day challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Not get rid of it, but set it to the side. If I used that, I also have this pleather that I was going to use with it. But again, we're not going to do that. So stand over here a little bit more. Again, it's a red carpet challenge, so something that you would wear to a red carpet. They like you to have a backstory. Where's this person going? Who is this person? I don't really watch red carpets all that much, so I'm not really sure what kind of dresses go with which type of red carpet, so I'm just going to say the Emmys. I don't know. I'm not doing anything rock and roll, so nothing for like the billboards or MTV or anything like that. So I'm going to do a long dress, so I think that would be more suitable for the Emmys or something like that. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started here. Done. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. My foot is stuck on some tape. I still haven't cleaned up my room completely from when we took down all of the wallpaper and painted it. So I do need to get in here and do that, especially since I keep getting stuck on stuff. Okay, so that looks good. Oops. good if I draped it right? So, start off by draping it right. Alright. This. Come up under. Come up like this. And then this. Back like so. The only reason why I am draping this on the dress form before doing patterning and cutting out pattern pieces is because I kind of want to give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing with it. So this is going to be the general shape of it. It's going to be one-shouldered, drape like this. This arm it's going to be I did it backwards for you. This arm right here is the arm that is going to be under the armhole. Alright, then this arm this is going to go up like this. So we'll go this. Under this, pin this into place, and then grab this from behind and twirl it. Okay, extra fabric there. So okay. So we're gonna find the bottom of the armhole is, which is right there. I'm going to go down about 2 inches on it, pin it together, and just follow it down. All the way down the body. So that you know where your seam is at. And then this you're just going to cut along the edge right here. Right here. So it's going to be drapey on your shoulder. And then your arm is going to come through right here. But you're going to have a beautiful like tail type of thing on the side right there. It's a bad way of explaining it, but that's what we're going to do. So and I'm going to show you easy ways of doing these. Everything that I do, I'm going to show you easy ways of doing it. Because I like to try and make things as easy as possible. So, using patterns and pattern paper and all that good stuff, while helpful, is not something that you have to do. So, I've showed you what I'm going to do. I'm also going to tell you it's kind of like, put my thing back down there. It's kind of like a batwing dress or batwing shirt, however you know. So I'm going to move that out of the way for right now. I'm going to lay my fabric out on my table. Give you a closer look at the dress material. It's just a faux velvet. Okay. All right. Now, the reason why I folded it into fours is just for ease of use. Just for me to be able to throw onto the table. My husband is home, so if you hear his music in the background, I apologize. Okay. Okay, so we're almost ready. Okay. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to move the camera. Please bear with me while it jostles all around. Trying to figure out where is the best place to put it. No. Let's see. I do apologize for this. I probably should have planned this out better. But that's life, and again, I wasn't feeling so good today, so I honestly didn't even think I was going to be doing a video. Alright, that's a little bit in my way, but that's okay. Alright. Okay, so here's my fabric laid out on the table, and it doesn't have to be perfect just yet. If you want to go ahead and do that, that's fine. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take a shirt. Preferably take a shirt that fits you. So I'm just going to grab just a t-shirt, and you're going to want to turn one sleeve inside out. So just fold it in on itself like that. Then you're going to take your t-shirt and you're going to line it up at the top with the other arm still out. This fabric likes to move a lot. Okay. Okay. And then this step is pretty simple. You're just going to cut it, cut around your shirt. I do not know what is sticky on my arm, but something is sticking. Alright, so I'm going to cut out the armhole right here, and then I'm going to cut along the top, cut out the neck, and then along the arm over there. Now this arm curves down. Most of them do. So I'm going to actually cut down and away. Okay? So let's go ahead and cut this part out first. And this is a stretchy material, so be careful not to pull it too much when you're cutting it. The angle of this is not so great for me. Okay. So then I'm just going to cut down right here. And I'm going to cut at more of a severe angle than what the shirt is. Okay. Forgive me for moving it again. I'm just going to continue cutting all the way down to the end of the fabric. Alright. You can use the leftover of this right here to make a shawl if you want. Okay. So then you're going to pin along this edge here right underneath the arm, pin all the way down to the bottom, sew that, pin this shoulder here, sew that, and then this shoulder over here was on the fold, so you don't have to cut that and sew it. You can if you want to, and then I will show you the next step once we get done doing that. You can also take this time to hem it if you would like. You can do it later if you want to. And I'm a doofus because I cut this right sides out as opposed to right sides together. So before I pin it and sew it, I now have to flip it inside out. So in order to do that, I'm just gonna take that fabric up there like that. Match up the corners of my shoulders, pin that, okay, flip it together, and then we're still gonna just do the same thing. I'm recording.
What are you doing?
Recording. I told you I was recording.
Yeah.
Making a dress, the Project Runway Season 17 Challenge 1 dress.
Nice.
Yeah. So our shipped order will be here. Our shipped order will be here between 5 and 6.
Okay. Thanks, baby.
Yeah. This part right here will be fast forwarded, so I don't care what.
Yeah. You're supposed to put a sign up that says, "Hey, look. Hey, listen."
Well, I figured I would stop you.
You know.
Yeah.
I was jamming. You didn't expect it.
I heard the song playing in your office, and I'm like, man, I love that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yep.
I thought you was hanging out in the bedroom because you didn't feel as well.
I was. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go do this. So, here I am.
Good job, honey. Alright, I'm going back.
Okay, honey.
Listen to this. This is you. This song's for you, not me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want me to stop doing this and listen?
Nah.
Okay. It's German!
Yeah, it is. You understand it? I read the lyrics, so I know what it says, but...
Only certain words.
On their Facebook page, they put the English lyrics,
Yeah.
and they made the English lyrics rhyme.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty impressive. I was like, you know what?
That is pretty impressive to write it in German and to make the English words to it rhyme.
Yeah.
Unless they wrote it in English and then translated it to German.
I don't think so. I don't know the answer, but it's a beautiful song.
Yeah. It sounds beautiful.
It's a love song.
Oh.
I thought about you while I was listening to it. I'm like, this song's awesome. And then I had to pull up the lyrics, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is Cakes.
This is Cake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's basically saying that they're never going to leave each other, but it's very poetic how it's written and how they say it. It's basically, even if angels fall, if the angels fall,
Yeah.
I'll be here. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go back to work.
Yeah, I do. It sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lot better if you like read the lyrics while you're listening to it, but it's kind of hard too to keep up because you don't know where.
Oh, I'm sure.
What the words are.
Yeah.
And so you're like, am I
What
supposed
part
to
am I
pause here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can teach you how to read German.
I don't really want to.
Oh, okay.
You want to stay in here, Goose? It's okay. It's okay.
She's like, no.
But
Mom,
you Goose.
Mom's about to turn on that machine, Dad.
Okay, Goose.
I don't like that machine, Dad.
It's okay, Goose. Come back. We'll go finish up.
Okay. Okay. My husband came in and was playing me some songs and talking to me, so. Okay, so you're gonna back stitch it and then just stitch all the way up to the top. Oh, I should use a zigzag stitch because it is a stretchy material. I knew what this was on my arm that was so sticky. very long seam to do because we did not measure the length before we started doing it. So this is probably going to be about 3 feet too long for me, a yard too long for me, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then once you get up to the underarm area, you're going to want to back stitch it a couple of times. Lift, release, make sure it's tight, and then snip off your excess thread. Come down here on the bottom where you started and cut off your excess thread. Okay. Then on to the next spot, which is the shoulder area. I'm going to do the same thing there, just stitch that up with a zigzag stitch or a stretch stitch, whichever your machine may have. And before I do that, I am going to line this up a little bit better. I just did it real quick like so that I could get it flipped around. This fabric likes to curl a lot, so lining it up is a little tricky. Okay. Alright. Back stitch it a couple. Stitch, lift, release, make sure it's tight, and snip. And then go back to the beginning and cut off the additional thread. Ooh. That was fun with my voice. Okay. Now one thing that I did forget to do, I always seem to forget to do, is on the collar. Which side is front and which side is back, we have no idea because I cut them the same. So I would like my right arm to be the arm with the wing. So that being said, I'm just going to take this and cut it down about another inch because we're still going to have to hem this, so okay. So that will be the front, and now what I'm going to do is it's still open on one side. It's still completely open on this side over here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it on the dress form. And I'm going to show you as I do that. Okay. Ooh, I better hurry up. I'm almost out of battery. Okay. Okay. Alright, so the right arm is going to be the arm that is draped. So let me just fling this over here like this. Okay. And then we're going to find where we want our arm to come out. It's really going to be about the same drape actually, because I cut it so close. And then we're going to pin it. We're going to start pinning it so that it's a little bit tighter all the way down. And then we will sew that. And yes, we do want to do that on the right side of the fabric. So the neckline you might think is a little high, but we do have to hem it, so it will bring it down about another inch or so. That's just kind of where I like my neckline, especially since it's going to be so tight in the bust area. I don't need to have a lot of cleavage showing as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start pinning that down. And I am going to fix this to where it's not draped over here around the arm at all. Just by hemming it with a bigger hem. Okay. So the underarm is right here. We're going to go down just a little bit farther, right about here, and start pinning it. And then we'll start giving it a good shape. And then once you get down past your thigh area, you really want to start moving out so that your legs have more room. And then go down towards the corners. Okay, so now we have it pinned where we want it to start. Our arm has plenty of room to come through. And then this right here, I'm just going to pin right here so that I know that that's where I want my hem to go. So that it's on the arm more. Okay. Let's see. Doing that. Like so. This one here, like so. Okay. Actually, no, I'm not going to do it like that. Too many chances to make a rather large mistake. So I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to trim it off. So this goes right about here. Stitch up the side over here just a little bit more. So I'm going to pin that. Right there. Okay, so we will have the arm right here without any draping, and then this arm over here with a little bit of draping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn this back inside out and hem this right here. Then I'm going to turn it right side out and then sew right here. And you do that when it's right side out, because otherwise you won't be able to flip it back the right way. And then all you have left to do is hem the neckline and cut the length of it and hem the bottom, and you're all set with your red carpet look dress. Let's see what we can do. Alright. And move this out of the way for now. Be careful with this over here. Okay, my marker is purple, so marking purple on purple is not going to work, so I had to use my chalk to mark the line inside where I want my armhole closed off at, because I pinned it with the right sides together. So repin it while it's this direction. Okay. And it's not very much that we have to stitch up to create that armhole. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. And again, we want to make sure that we have it on a zigzag stitch. Okay. And back stitch it. Okay. Lift, pull, cut, and then cut these little threads from the beginning of that. Alright, now turn it right side out again. And go down to the bottom. So here's where we put in our first, well, our last, but our first pin. I need to clean my pins. Okay. Back stitch. Go ahead and get comfortable because it's going to be another long stitch or another long trip up the side. Make sure you follow the line of your pins so that you have that curve in. That my bobbin is out of thread. Oh, almost. It's all twisted though. So, thread my bobbin. I'm just rethreading my machine right now. Nothing too exciting. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to overlap just a little bit where we were before. Back stitch right over it. And then continue on. If this doesn't turn out, then we'll just cut off the flared edge and make just a solid edge. Backup plans are good to have. My battery is almost dead, so as long as this looks okay, when I put it back on the dress form, that is going to be it for the video. Stitch it, left release, tighten, grab the thread underneath, tighten, snip, and snip. Go back down to where we had to start over again, if I can find it. I cannot. Oh, I probably just didn't have any excess thread because I had re-spooled my bobbin. So there's the one side, and go down here and get both of those. Then I'm going to cut the length of it, and then all that's left to do is hem it, but I want you to see it before my battery dies. So voila, looks pretty good. Now I just have to measure the length of it. I will cut the length of it, and I will have a picture of it for my cover. But once I hem everything, cut it, take a picture, it's done. So hopefully it fits me as well as it fits the dress form. You can see it gives a little bit of shape. I do have lumps and bumps, so I'm hoping that it doesn't turn out too bad. But this is it. Bye.